First of all, it is the continuity. We are not changing. Panch Tattva still remains at core of what we are doing. So we are connected to Mother Earth. We are connected to all the five elements of the world. Sutradhaar is a new concept which is a common thread across the chain. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji give the vision of 5F. So this Sutradhar is a thread between all the five elements. At RSWM, we manufacture fiber, we manufacture yarn, we do fabric, we do all the measures that are required to be, taking care from sustainability point of view. So at core, it is same. So Sutradhar is a link which we want, connecting link across the value chain of textile. That is what we wanted to present here. Okay, so last year has been a very, very volatile year. Yesterday in Bharat Tex panel, I shared that from last Bharat Tex to this Bharat Tex, we have evolved an era. युग परिवर्तन हुआ, पूरा एक युग लिया हमने. It has been a very, very volatile year. So we had the tariff fallout from US. Somebody call it war, tariff war. Somebody call it Trump tariff. But that was very, very disturbing period. उससे थोड़ा संभले थे. Then we had this Gulf War. In between we have India-Pakistan stress which affected this thing. So year as a whole was not a normal year for all the businesses including textile. So we were impacted. So turnaround happened in spite of that, because most of the job which we did was internal. Not that we did something great, normal business fundamentals which are to be taken care of. We worked on our product mix, the products which were not making sense. If you look at my numbers, we degrow in turnover, rather it declined, and we improved our EBITDA and cash profit both. So we worked on the products which were not making profit, we reduced that. We also improved on our value offering to the customer, worked on our product placement in the market. Then a lot of things I did in terms of changing the culture, driving the organization for a purpose. Not just we are there, we are here for a purpose. RSWM is a great legacy of more than 60 years, 65 years of LNJ Junjunwala sir starting this as a founder. We have a huge responsibility in terms of living that legacy, and that legacy is creating a value, offering new product in the market. So we reintroduced, re-energized that entire focus to the organization. So as a result, things started improving and we are continuing with that journey. So we do not do anything which is not scalable and which is not sustainable. Graphene is not new to textile industry. Many people have tried. The big players in fiber manufacturing already tried it. The advantage that RSWM will have, that RSWM is a part of LNJ Bhilwara Group. LNJ Bhilwara Group has a company, HEG. HEG Green Tech is a new initiative, and we have a company which is TACC, which will now have a new venture of producing graphene. So graphene will be one of the product of our own group. So that graphene we will be using as a fraction in our fiber manufacturing plant. We also make recycled polyester fiber, as all know. So we will be using that as a part of our fiber, and that fiber we will be spinning and then making products out of that. So advantage that RSWM is going to have, that we will have visibility and control of entire value chain, and that is why it is sustainable. Now graphene as a product is very good. It has lot of advantages. It is antimicrobial, it is anti-static, it is having a lot of properties that are good for it is going to be a big product for wellness segment. So we are just introducing this, and we have not come up with commercial production yet, though R&D is more or less complete. So in coming years we will see this as a new offering from RSWM. So India as a country has been known as a supplier, but people were coming to India for cost effective or China plus solution. I believe those days are no more going to be there. Now people will come to India for its sustainability, for its traceability, for its reliability. It's the trust that will bring to India. So we want to offer textile customers source which is a trusted source for them, which can offer them the entire value chain from fiber to fabric. Last time we invested in knitted, unfortunately government did 9 FTAs recently, and today is the first day of UK FTA being in action. So all those things are falling in right. So I think the knitting expansion is going to come in next 4 months, so which will be rightly placed. And B2B is again driven by government regulation, which says that 30 to 40% recycling content has to be there in all packaged goods. So that is also going to be there. So everything that we are doing is basically keeping customer at the center, sustainability at heart. So we had to be more agile. When you are aging, so companies also age, because our company believes in carrying our human resources along with us. So I think agility was one thing. Then word change very fast, customer requirement changes very fast. So we had to be, in spite of being legacy company, have to be agile, understanding customer closely. So I think all those things, we started at the time when things were selling at their own. You need to focus only on manufacturing and no need of selling, to a point when there are 20 people offering the same good that you are offering. So I think lot of things we need to learn, lot of things we need to de-learn, and lot of things we need to relearn. Relearn especially the core values of LNJ. Core value was that we are human, we want contribute to society, and we want to retain values which are more than the profit and the turnover. So I think all three aspects we have done. We have learned new things, we are de-learning certain things, and we are relearning also what our founder chairman said, and the current chairman still believes in that. So all these things are happening.